Grab your popcorn and find a seat. We're taking a fast-paced trip through the flickering lights and buttered popcorn scents of Lethbridge's cinematic history. From stage planks to stadium seating, here is the story of how the Bridge City went to the movies. The early reels, 1897 through 1913. The magic began before the turn of the century, and it wasn't always smooth sailing. 1897, cinema makes its debut. The very first movies in town are projected within the walls of the Opera House. 1907, history is made as the Bijou opens its doors as the city's first full-time cinema. 1908, a busy year. The Eureka and Lyceum theaters open, while the old Opera House finally takes its final bow and stops showing films. 1909, disaster strikes. The Lyceum is forced to close after a wall collapses during the construction of the Alexandria Hotel next door. 1910, a massive comeback. The Empress and Majestic theaters open, and the Lyceum triumphantly reopens on Valentine's Day, February 14th. 1911, the Morris and Sherman theaters join the scene, and the Lyceum gets a makeover, becoming the Starland. 1913, the Empress gets a fresh identity, rebranding as the Roxy. The Shackelford era, 1917 through 1938. Enter A.W. Shackelford, the man who would define Lethbridge cinema for decades. 1917, the Sherman Theater closes its doors for good. 1918, on October 18th, the Colonial Theater opens while the Starland says goodbye. 1921, a legend begins. A.W. Shackelford reopens the old Starland as the King's Theater. 1924, the Morris Theater is rebranded as the Palace. 1925, the King's Theater closes. 1926, another name swap. The Colonial Theater takes on the Palace name. 1929, on October 9th, Shackelford teams up with famous players to transform the Palace into the iconic Capitol Theater. 1930, the original Palace Theater closes. 1934, on October 4th, Shackelford and famous players breathe new life into the Roxy, reopening its doors to the public. 1938, the Lialta Theater joins the family on January 5th, while the Majestic Theater finally goes dark. Drive-ins and mall magic, 1950 through 1988. As the city grew, so did the screens. We saw the rise of the outdoor cinema and the birth of the modern multiplex. 1950, a golden year for movies. On April 28th, the Green Acres Drive-In opens for those summer nights under the stars.
It's wonderful to be back at the movies.
Yeah. And the Paramount is just beautiful, isn't it? I can't wait to see Fancy Pants.
Later that year, on October 9th, the Grand Paramount Theater opens its doors. 1959, the Roxy Theater closes. 1963, the Lialta Theater closes. 1969, expansion time. Famous Players adds a second screen to the Paramount on February 28th and opens the College Mall Cinema on October 17th. 1973, a sad day for history. The Capitol Theater is demolished to pave the way for the Lethbridge Center Mall. 1975, on October 30th, the Lethbridge Center Cinemas 1 and 2 opens in the new mall. 1986, the end of an era as Famous Players closes the Green Acres Drive-In. 1988, on August 5th, Cineplex Odeon changes the game by opening the Park Place Cinemas with a whopping 6 screens. The Modern Multiplex, 1994 through 2007. The transition into the digital age saw bigger seats and more choices. 1994. On August 12th, the Movie Mill opens with 7 screens, specializing in discount movies and great snacks. Meanwhile, Famous Players closes the College Mall Cinema. 2004, on May 24th, the Galaxy at Lethbridge 10 Park Place evolves into adding 4 brand new stadium seating cinemas. 2005, change is the only constant. The Lethbridge Center 1 and 2 closes in May. By September 31st, the Paramount 1 and 2 is taken over by Empire Theaters and renamed Empire 4th Avenue. 2007, the final curtain falls for the Empire 4th Avenue, marking the end of that historic location. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into local history.